It was just a few weeks ago that I went to the refrigerator to get some milk and realized I didn't have any, which led me to look at some of the cabinets and made me remember that I hadn't gone food shopping in a couple of weeks. And so I knew that the very next day I would have to get that job done. So actually it was going back home right here from Catholic TV. I went to the local grocery store and I did some shopping. Upon reflecting, I realize now that I think it was the person who was bagging the groceries' first day at work, because they were very friendly, very outgoing, but in looking back, they probably didn't do what they should have done. They didn't double bag the groceries, and they tried to get everything into 2 bags, meaning that I realized upon getting back to my car that the bags were kind of heavy, but I put them in the trunk of the car, drove back home. And in order to get into my house, you have to go up a flight of stairs. And I looked at the 2 bags in the trunk of the car, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to waste. So I said, I bet I can do this. I didn't give it much thought. But, I didn't want to go up and down the stairs twice. I figured I could do it all at once. I wanted to do it all at once. I knew I could do it all at once. I knew I could do it. I had every confidence in my strength, my agility, and my God-given sense of balance. And so I opened the trunk. I moved the bags around so that I could equally distribute the weight on either side, because I could do this. I knew I could do this. I'm willing to guess you're already guessing where this story may lead. I picked up the bags, balancing them, went up 3 of the steps, and the bags just fell out of my arms. Everything fell down the stairs, and I can tell you that after I sopped up one of the quarts of milk, it took me more than 2 times going up and down the stairs. I refused to let go. I had an idea, and I refused to let go of what I thought was best. The readings this day invite us to remember a couple of things. Let's start with Isaiah, the Old Testament prophet whose words point toward Jesus. A reminder to us from Isaiah that God's love is always there, that we need to trust Him, to rely on Him, because there will be times that we might be tempted to go in a different direction away from Him. But if we live our lives mindful of Him, His grace is always there to keep us on track, to help us let go of some of those ideas that in the end we may regret entertaining. The gospel. Judas continues his descent into selfishness, his descent into sin, his descent into darkness. Call it what you will. But Judas had an idea in his head, and he refused to let go. He had a notion that he thought was far more important than anything Jesus was going to do, and he acted on that darkness. He refused to let go of that sinfulness, that anxiety, that fear. My friends, through these actions, both readings working so beautifully together, we are reminded as we continue to enter into the mystery of this holiest of weeks that God is always there for us, that He calls to us. And if we live intentioned lives, we will always remember that He is there. We will never be afraid. We will never allow ourselves to be overcome to the point where our decisions are a lot worse than carrying a couple of bags up a flight of stairs. He's always there to act in us and through us. You know, the ending of this gospel is extremely important. Jesus is talking about God glorifying Him. But for us to truly understand what Jesus is saying, it might be advantageous to replace the word glorify with the word reveal. Now is the Son of Man revealed, and God is revealed in Him. If God is revealed in Him, God will reveal Him in Himself, and He will reveal Him at once. Jesus listens to His Father. He allows the Father's mission to continue in Him. My friends, we will be reminded this week that the mission continues through us, that we are called to reveal Jesus in word and in action. Because when we do, we will always be making the right choice, and we will always be sharing Him with those around us.